Hey yo, how we doing today? Today, Junior. Hope everybody's doing good. Everything's going great. Today is unlike other. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be like every other Monday. We're gonna do another draft. We're gonna talk a little strategy, a little football. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do us. It was chilly out in the house a little bit ago. Yeah, we're gonna do a draft. We're gonna talk a little football. Not too much going on right now in the NFL space. Where everybody waiting for AJ Brown to get traded to the Patriots. I'd like to say that's probably like a 50% chance that that's happening. Like what if it doesn't happen? Like everybody's gonna be like, oh man, I've been pairing up. Even pairs of Drake May and AJ Brown are happening right now. AJ Brown and Drake May. They're gonna feel vindicated, but it's like everybody else is doing that. But what if it doesn't happen? You know? Today on Baseball Nation. No, I can't even do it. Share video clip. I can't even share it, even though it's mine. You silly goose. What about this one? Dude, my headset is going out. It is no bueno. I was trying to get that set up, but I did not successfully. So today, DraftKings has draft four, get one free. So your boy already did three, saved the fourth one for today. Felt pretty good about my felt pretty good about my rankings. I did not adjust them. I might move up Golden and Xavier Worthy. I'm not getting any of them. It's partially because they're going in a tough spot for me. It's like around Ricky and the quarterbacks, and then I'm usually light on running back already. Usually, like I'm already ahead on wide receiver. I've been not doing zero RB so far, but I've been doing a lot of hero RB and not robust, but I've been doing. I've been getting my one to two that I kind of want, and then just hitting everything else. But I did do a zero RB team today unintentionally, Well, not unintentionally. I mean, I did it, I decided as I was picking the players, but let me pull that up before we jump in. Line up contests. Unit upcoming. Is it this one? All right. Yeah, I chose share screen. DraftKings. I mean, you could get the best wide receiver, Chase, bam. Best tight end, Brock Bowers, bam. Josh Allen, bam. Like, we're getting those three. How do you say no to that? Like, I just in my head, I'm like, I can see a spike week where we're putting up 240, 250, easily. I think I woke up the baby. Too excited. Um, Lad McConkey, solid. Hopefully, more not even a bounce back, but a more consistent workload and work week. A week to week, more consistency. And then we started with Tootin as my first running back. I think Tootin, he's going to have the job. I think Chris Rodriguez is going to have some. Sorry, I'm going to make this a little bigger for you guys. I didn't realize. It always throws me off. He's going to have some work, right? But he's not going to be consistently taking over any kind of job unless Tootin's hurt or fumbles the ball. think if Tootin holds onto the rock, I think it could be an electric year for him. And then I'm not out on DeAndre Swift by any means, but I'm favoring Common guy. I feel like he took more and more of the workload as the season went on and looked really good in the cold. So regardless, I think he might take over those like later half of the year's big touches because he's just a hard person to be tackling, you know. Got Rashad White. I wanted Kaytron out. Did I do that to myself? No. Oh, I'm glad I didn't because I would have cucked myself a little bit. I definitely wanted Kaytron as well. So I'm glad I didn't get him. But Rashad White, should have a decent size amount of carries. And I know I went a little overboard with grabbing 3 quarterbacks, but I think Herbert's going to have the best season he's ever had. So, and Mendoza goes with Brock Bowers. So I was like, in my head, I'm like, all right, well, I win at quarterback, hands down. My wide receiver room, it's pretty good. The Chase McConkey version of it is good. And then we just need someone to hit the flyer section of Harrison, Thomas, Shakir, Debo, something along, and then Brennan Thompson, who some people, aka Steve Smith, has compared to Tyreek. And we just need a little bit of work weeks. What if Najee gets a couple weeks and Tank, Saquon gets hurt this year. Tank Bigsby gets a couple weeks. Damon Claiborne, late season takes over a few weeks, like stuff like that. Not a big fan of Alvin Kamara as I'm making a huge bet on Travis Etienne, but sometimes you gotta do things you don't like. I think it's possible. I know a lot of people don't like this kind of team, but I think it's capable of doing good stuff. 4 quarterbacks. I get 4 quarterbacks. I'm just not a fan. I do like this build. I was a little weirded out by what he was doing, but now I see it. And now I like it. Oh, and he finished with 5. This dude has got. I like it. I was a big fan of Tyson, obviously, but 3-4-10-3 build. That's sexy. 4 quarterbacks. Shuck, Jones, Sanders, and Leonard. So that makes sense. If you're going to draft trash quarterbacks, you might as well get 4 of them. All right, we've been chatting for 8 minutes. Let's get this show on the road. This is the 12th draft for you, boy. $20 million. That's so wild. 8 out of 12. 8 out of 12. Let's see here. Who's in here? Tucker, Porkface, 24 A Lake Show, DS Cassidy, Noah, Prairie Land, RG App. Some spots. There's some spots. A big shout out to who got his 500 following and did his 12-hour live stream. That's gotta be exciting, man. Gotta be exciting. One day, might have to retire for a few years after this year for promote the kid, do kid stuff for my son, but yeah, this is exciting time to be a best ball creator. You think you could tout show, man? That stuff was funny. I think his name was Goofy. He certainly is goofy. By the way, I have 11 shares of Najee. It's kind of crazy to think that no matter what, I'm probably gonna have like I almost already have 10% of the whole tournament of Najee. Like on 10% of my teams, I almost have Najee, or what's going to be 10% of my teams. Like even if he tore his other ACL, I'm gonna have like 10% Najee. It's weird to think about. Like we're at a stage where things are like percentages are real. Yeah. Fortunately, you can't look at. I don't think you can still. I believe that is still not a feature. No, still not a feature, but they still show the first 3 picks, which is cool. All right, at the 1 hole, we have RG App, me at the 2nd, Noah at the 3rd, DS Cassidy at the 4, Geinman, yep, G at the 5, Tucker at the 6, Willie at the 7, Trixie at the 8, Prairie Land at the 9, Adalui at the 10, Lake Show at the 11, Porkface at the 12. I have a Puka team? Oh, that's $1. I was like, what? Oh, guacamole. So I've started my $25 drafts. Hold on. I'll do it up to, I had 10 seconds. Chase, Jefferson, Chase, Bijan, Chase, Jefferson, Chase, JSN. Chase is on the case. Your boy is excited for this week's fights. I don't know about you guys. Oh, I ordered cards, but they're not going to be here till the 13th. So I went and looked at all of them, and I should have just picked it up and got it while I was there. But I was too nervous. I was like, well, what if I don't like the look of these cards? I'm not like these other card collectors that are I'll open up all packs and rip all packs. I'm over here. I want it to be pretty and shiny. So we have, I think it's the Mosaic Panini Prisms or something. I don't know exactly, but they look nice. And then I was at Dick's and they were selling the Topps card. I just wanted to see the box, And the lady says, I can't let you touch it. And I was like, I don't want to touch your box. I just want to see it. And that felt super awkward saying that out loud. I want to see your box. So I don't know why I can't let you touch my box. So I was like, please stop saying that. I said, I think there's like people that are scammers that are like away and stuff, but that's just my guess. I have no idea, to be honest with you. So in like, what was that? 10 days, 9 days from now, we'll have a box. So sometime next week. If the schedule comes out next week, we'll be covering that. But if there's a day without the schedule, then we will rip a pack or two. And I think starting next month, we are going to have the overlay. But I do think, if I read that correctly, we might be getting a thing for us, but for RPS members. I think that was discussed. There might be a draft. Yeah. Yes, Sidekick is great from time to. Sometimes I go off my own ranks, which I'm getting on the site. On top, we were getting We will be getting a best ball tool for all of your RPS members this year. The crew is already working on it, and but Sidekick is an awesome tool. So I may be paying for a tool for the part time, but if JSU says we're getting a tool, I have a feeling we're getting a tool. So he wouldn't just say that off, just to say it. A lot of running backs going off the board. It looks like I'll be taking another share of not Malik Neighbors, apparently. We're grabbing Brock. We're grabbing Brock. Which I'm perfectly okay with. I'm not going to go Josh Allen. I'm probably going to go Etienne, but not Ed Sheeran. Etienne. Just for the first 25. I just want to have the players I think are going to blow up. And then they'll be a little bit more mindful of what we're doing. Actually, the first 75 shares of Ja'Marr Chase, we're going to take Ja'Marr Chase. I honestly think it's because I'm taking Ja'Marr Chase. I've had so many shares in the first 3 picks, and I certainly appreciate. Whoa. That's the first time I've seen somebody take him there. Okay. We will take Jeremiah Love. I'm not a fan of Love, but he's going to rise. Your audio is really choppy. Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, it cleared up. I have no idea. I didn't do anything. And now I look at it as I grabbed my mic and moved it around. I'm going to mute it and unmute it to make sure. Hopefully that's all good still. Who? Congrats on the 500, man. One day I'll be a part of that boat. One day. And clearly it's, it has nothing to do with winning a lot of money, because I won a lot of money and it ain't nothing. I've won $1.4 million and I can't get it seems like I'm better when I'm further away. Say less, brother. Say less. Yeah, it's true. When they say, oh, I can't sit far that back. Yeah, you got to have a good personality to get those views, man. I think I'd be a good guest. I'm not a good host, I think that's what RPS brought me on to be. I'm a good guest. I hope you make it through. I'd rather have the wins. Yeah. I was thinking about it. There was a guy who I think it was in basketball. He won first, second, and first, second, third, or first, second, and fifth. Oh yeah, dude, 100%. Yeah. Whenever you have nights available, or whenever you do a night stream, we'll get something worked out this summer for sure. For sure. And if you ever want to pop in, you're more than welcome to pop in. What was I saying? I already forgot. Oh yeah. Imagine if somebody takes down first, second, and fifth in this tournament, winning $5 million. That's just wild to think in my head, because it's possible. I mean, I think it was Winky Christ. I don't know. Winky Christ. I don't know. It was somebody in the Twitter space. Well, let's search that. Not Xbox.com. X.com. You think I'd be playing Xbox with that? Came out. Winky. Chris? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he came first and second. Ooh, buddy. I like it like that. I like both of those wide receivers. I highly doubt he takes both of them, so I'm going to let him decide what I get. Oh, I also like Watson as well. I like a lot of these picks. I like a lot what's going on here. By the way, I I asked ChatGPT to make my title, so that's what it said I should do today. I said, give me 10. Give me 10 titles. I like it like that. Topics to cover. I didn't use a quick hook. Whoops. Format recap. What is best ball? Best ball today is, I mean, if you don't know what best ball is, and you're in best ball nation, I think we hit a snag that we didn't tell you guys good enough information over time. But best ball is a culminating of drafting a team where you do not have to create any lineups or adjust any of your lineups, and the best score is automatically entered. And at the end of the year, if you're in the top two, you get to go on to the next round. And if you beat the next set of 12 people, you have to be the top person. You got to go to the next round. And if you beat those 12 people, you get to go to the finals. And in the finals, there are three huge top prizes, followed with a bunch of other prizes. But the first three is $3 million to first, $2 million to second, and $1 million to third. Yeah, Winky Chris, he came in NBA best ball 400K. He got first, he got second, and it looks like he got somewhere in probably the hundreds, which is wild. Fifth place money would be the taxes. Yeah. Man, taxes are a bitch. I end up having to pay, what was it? 450,000 in taxes? Shit sucks. To be fair, I did win the year I won $1 million. I also won like another $70,000 or $80,000 that year. Tootin' goes. What's gonna make it back to me? What running back? Tyson went. Oh shit! I did see that. Where'd he go? Man, I need more Tyson in my life. I only have 40 some odd percent or 50%. I can check the exposures after this. I'm not. Also, I don't think I'll make the top thing. I don't know, man. I mean, you did really good on the it wasn't the bash, was it? Or was the bash? I mean, it'd be silly if you didn't make it, honestly. I think you just being you, obviously you have like a tremendous amount of support in his chat. So if anything that comes down to a vote, I think that you're just gonna win, honestly. Anybody that gets to know you, who you're, they know that like you're a legit, like good person to watch. I don't even think you need to win. I think you're doing good enough, like without it. It'll just even like promote you even more. This is an ugly part of the draft. It's like I don't need a quarterback here, but it's like, what else do you take here? I already have an elite tight end. I'm gonna take Daniels. You know, I'm gonna grab a Lemon. I should have grabbed Hurts and then grabbed Lemon. That's what I should have did there. Actually, what am I doing? Parker Washington. Washington's right there. I psyched you out. Fucking, I think the first person in the one spot is listening to me. I haven't taken a lot of Parker Washington. I've actually been drafting a lot of Travis. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? 140, 150 range, right? Travis Hunter, thank you. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think you're doing a great job without it. You don't need him, right, by any means, but I think um yeah, I think he's a great person to help blow up your career, but yeah, I think you're doing a great job on your own. Your community's good. Your team ups with Steve are always good watches. Yeah. Now, what do we think about here? We got a weird team going on here. A very weird team. We got Chase, we got Bowers. Love it. That was the first time ETN has gone in front of me here because he's typically his ADPs in this section. Typically, he doesn't go there, but it makes sense. If you want him, you have to take him here, which I think he has to go here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want him, obviously. So, wasn't expecting that, but I'm happy to have Bowers. Got Love. We're solid at all positions. We have a solid quarterback one. We have a solid RB one. Not like amazing, but we have a solid one. We have the best tight end, and we have the best wide receiver. We're gonna have to invest more capital in the running backs because all we have is Love. All you need is love, love, love is all you need. By the way, that was one of my favorite movies for a while, dude. Yeah. Also, all the new DK promos have been awesome. Like every single day, there has been a promo. I had on my calendar. I'm doing a draft this day. Like I was only going to do 3 a week. I'm at fucking 12 because they do a promo every day. So I was like, well, I guess I got to do it. DraftKings has killed it this year. Like I'm sorry to Underdog. I was a fan of. I used to be a fan of Underdog, but like, and I would even say Underdog was ahead of DraftKings many years in a row. But this past year, and even a little bit towards the end of last year, I feel like DraftKings has started to take best ball serious, clearly, and with $20 million prize pool. Because one, they get to just start spending that money that they have in there, kind of thing. And yeah, they're just killing it. And it's like promos, yeah, everybody loves a good promo. And so I'm getting into lobbies earlier today against. I know I've never heard any of these people's names. Not that nobody can do it. I'm just saying like they may be just generally new people to drafting. So the bar is a little bit lower, for some. What up, Kid Dick? How we doing, buddy? My head says Derek, but I don't know. Fucking quarterback run. Won my first ticket to a live final and thought how you said it was the best thing ever. Nice. Yes, dude, it is the best thing ever. Going to a live final, there's nothing better than going to a live final because everybody there is as excited as you. Like, to go there, most likely. I got to meet Big T, Whistles Go Woo, Neil Orfield. Like I went up and talked to Neil, and what I'm saying, like, because I was, I watched Neil. I was a big stochastic guy back then, so like going to meet all those people, and then meeting other people that I've seen, like is it Hofbrau? It's got the clown little emblem as the profile pic. I bet that guy, he had a lot to say. I met a lot of people I was a fan of at the DraftKings Champion Series. Nothing will ever beat that experience for sure. Tim. I know it, Tim. Timmy. Let's see here. What we got here? Rico is probably the way we should go. Unit. All right. So, right as of right now, we have Burrow, Love, Rico, Chase, Burden, Parker Washington, Bowers, Monangai, Jaden Daniels. I don't feel great at the wide receiver 3 spot, so we're going to definitely have to fill that spot up. But feel good about the the group of running backs that we have. What's another word for group? I want to say quorum, but that doesn't sound right. Group thesaurus. Collection, cluster, band, bunch, crowd, assembly. This assembly of running backs. A crowd, this party of running backs, this gang of running backs, the band of running backs, the herd, the company, the throng, this throng of running backs, this contingent. I think that was actually the word I was looking for. Sorry, guys, I get distracted very easily. Very easily. This is why I think when I won, I would say 99% of my drafts were done. And they were done on my phone. Because when I'm on my phone, I'm like super hyper focused. When I am on my computer, I'm like, oh, let's open a new tab and see what other words you can say for group. The funny thing is, it's for best baseball, which I don't know much about. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Damn, I have a baseball team. Oh, I need to go accept that trade. It's I know my Padres, not my Padres, but I know some Padres because I was from there, and then I was a big fan of the Cardinals when I lived out there for 20 years. But I couldn't tell you who's on those teams right now, except I know Tatis and Machado for the Padres. And there's literally zero baseball talk out here in North Carolina, like zero. There's nobody talking about baseball on the radio. So there we get I think it's the Durham Bulls, but like again, nobody talks about them on the radio. Oh, and they call me Tim. I don't know that. I don't know that one. But in my head, every time I see the word Timmy, is Timmy. That's awesome. Can't wait. Dylan. Felix, would getting Bowers mean a 2 tight end build? Honestly, I'm building all of my tight end builds 2 tight end builds. I don't do 3. Unless it's literally the last 3 picks, then I might do 3. But I typically only do 2. I'm also typically grabbing 2 tight ends. Typically, if I get an elite, I might grab one late, but I'm grabbing 2 of them, like a Laporta, Pitts, somebody. I'm usually done with tight end around pick 12 or so. Man, it's crazy. I have Ricky Pearsall listed as in my ranks at 97, right? I think he is still like, are we really worried about Stribling for him? Like, I don't think so. I feel like he was coming on again. Like he had a tough, like he was hurt, right? Like he got hurt from this week on, but he had put up 17, 9, 22, got hurt in the middle of this game, but put up 8 regardless. Came back, he obviously one reception. He had 2 receptions, 4 targets, and then finally got back into his groove, 15 points, 13 points, which I was fairly on point with this. When they played each other, I was like, you're gonna want Burden and you're gonna want Ricky Pearsall. I mean, I got half of that equation correct. Just putting it out there. There's 2 wide receivers that I want. Well, there's 3 wide receivers that I really want, but I don't think I'm going to get all 3. I mean, we're going to get Ricky Pearsall 13 picks past ADP. Probably not, but be cool. Of course. Of course. We're going to get some high flying Chris Rodriguez. Dennis! I miss you, man. How you doing? I just played a brewer stack because I lived in Wisconsin. That's what I'm talking about. The problem is I want another one. I'm drafting a lot of Stowers. I don't blame you. Stowers has got like high potential. I was a little sad when they drafted Stowers, to be honest with you, because I like drafting Goddard for free in like the 13th round, but I'm gonna be underweight a lot. I'm always a little bit underweight on the rookie tight ends, except when Laporta came out and Loveland last year, because I believe in those players. But I don't like. I just feel like he's not going to be on the field enough. But that's just my opinion. It's clearly wrong sometimes. I just think, though, he might be fed up with Dallas Goedert shit for some reason. Like there's just something like they don't like get along. I think Dallas Goedert is such an impediment on his like rookie progression. Like he won't see the field that much that it could hurt him, but he's always getting hurt. So maybe he does see the field early. I don't know. That one's tricky, but like I said, I usually am done with tight end super early. That Stowers doesn't even cross my brain. Where in Wisconsin? Dude, all of my viewership is in Wisconsin, apparently. And my boy Will's from Wisconsin as well, which I got to get back on the stream, because at this pace, I'm going to be done drafting DraftKings Millie Maker here in 10 weeks at this pace, because this is my 12th draft. There's a weekend we've done 12 drafts. We might have to skip some of these promos. They're so good. So good. So good. I mean, even like though it's only a $5 per draft bring back, it's like you're saving so much. Like I will end up paying only $3,000 for these drafts, plus the $5 give backs that they're giving us. You know what I'm saying? At this pace, I'm shaving off $750 plus some. So I did pretty well on some of the DFS tournaments I did this week, but not all. I woke up to my MMA sweat. I gotten let's go here. History. Is there a way to look up MMA? UFC. PGA. UFC Throwdown. I had Cody Steele, and he had a knockout. And why was he so lowly? 8,800. Who else did I have? So I had Rouston, so like 104. So I'm feeling pretty good. I had two back to back. They're 100 and 104, and then I had Gaziz. I didn't know because he just fit the price. He lost, and I knew Tim Elliott was gonna lose, but I knew that he could score some points, which he did. He put up 47 as a loser. And then Salkid and Prates, dude. I don't know why I didn't bet. It was just too early in the morning to be gambling that much. But I knew Prates was gonna knock that motherfucker out. Like, come on. Or I should, if it was either that or he was getting put to the decision. It wasn't gonna be any other way. Oh, he goes. I'll take my favorite wide receiver in this range. It's hard not to just draft off the ranks because I feel pretty good. I mean, I still love Tyler Algier, but I understand I could potentially get him with how much everybody else dislikes him. I can get him later, potentially. Did I grab my second tight end? I didn't even grab my second tight end yet. Yeah. We're going to get Mendoza. He ain't going to make it back to me. Strange was on. It was going to be Mendoza, Strange, Cooper. I really like Cooper, but as much Bowers as I've been getting, I have been drafting Mendoza in this section, and I kind of forget about Cooper. All right, so I'm winning quarterback over, probably gonna win quarterback. How many weeks are 14? I'm probably gonna win it 8 to 10 times. Running backs will be in the top half. We probably won't win it. Every week we'll probably still say we'll be in the top half. It's eight of the times. Wide receiver, I'm starting to feel pretty confident that we'll do okay at wide receiver. And the flex, we'll be all right. The flex, we'll be all right. The flex. Speaking of which, you said my thing sounded choppy. I'm gonna make sure that I wasn't coming through my HyperQuad. Okay, want to make sure I was going through the Quadcast. Sometimes it changes it to the what is that Logitech camera thing? Anybody got anything crazy going on here? A couple one quarterback teams. Getting a little late to be a one quarterback team, that's for sure. That one makes sense. I can see that. I only drafted one quarterback team last year, and it was in third place the entire year. I'm like, imagine if it was Josh Allen though. So I'm like, they had to blow up that 1 week that he didn't play. I think I still would have lost, but it would have been closer. I played DFS for tickets, so I had 20 saved up. I've been using them for the promos. Nice, dude. Yeah, I've been using my promos because they have an expiration date, so just make sure you don't lose out on not using them either. Two of my favorite tight ends go off the board there. Strange and Okako. German Bernard. Since I didn't get, I don't know if he'll make it. Tyreek at 147. I'll take Tyreek on 20 picks. I think I might get a box of UFC cards. Like, because it's like you got to get in before the market wants to get in. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what if I grab a sweet ass UFC card? You know, like a Ilis Taporia or a Conor McGregor. I don't know if he's going to be on any of them. I assume he is. Or John Jones. Like if you have a Keith Mitchell goes off the board. Seriously. All right, we'll grab Hawkinson. I've always been a Hawk guy. I think he was my highest owned tight end last year or the year before that. I don't really can't remember, but I do love me some Hawk. I came in 20th on the Millie Maker like 8 years ago, and Hawk got me a lot of points. Oh man, that was an intense sweat week 1 DFS. Hey, I think it was Aaron Rodgers stack with the bringback. This is back in the day where bringbacks were still kind of new to being a thing. And it was Devontae Adams. No, yeah, it was a double. It was a Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, MVS with the bringback. I think it might have been Jefferson. I don't remember. I nailed everything except like, what did I miss out on? No, that's what it was. I didn't play Hawkinson. I had played Hawkinson on like 80% of my teams, and I was like, you know, I won't put him on this one because I was like trying to diversify a little bit. And this is why I don't diversify, because of this story. Because had I not diversified, had I put TJ Hawkinson on that team, I would have taken down the Millie Maker that year. Diversifying is for losers. I'm just kidding. If you believe in your takes, you should stick with them, though. I mean, I know that there's proven strategies, and that, you know, diversifying your way to a title is probably, you know, winning is winning, right? But I like to win, and I like to win it all. You know, I'm like, I don't want to kind of win. I want to win, and I want to kind of dominate while I win, because the year I won, I mean, literally nobody can say they did it better than me. Not a single person that year. Just hands down. I play for keeps. There should be somebody documenting like all of history's like best ball, best moments, and like and other DFS moments. But there's no history of like there's no I don't know what the word is, but there's gonna be no story to tell later. Like you win one slate, you move to the next. That's how DFS and everything is. It's like there's no time to reminisce and enjoy the story of how that win happened. Like every day there's a winner of like $100,000 or $50,000. Like you don't get to hear everybody's story about winning those big prices, or how a 50K prize split 3 ways and it changed the course history for that person. They torn that, you know, would that be like usually like a 20 to 30K win to like into millions, you know what I'm saying? Like only the people that end up, streaming and doing it get their stories told. I would love to see and hear other people's like huge small hits that turn into more major wins like mine. Like the year I won it, I won 50K on a. So Josh Engelman of Stochastic, he would go through his lineups, or he would make like a little rough draft of lineups in the morning, and then he would like say what it's looking like, what's going to be popular, and he would go over the basketball slate. And I was like, I don't know anything about basketball. Anytime I ever try to play basketball on my own, I'm legit last place every time. So what I did is I took one of his lineups, I put it in there. I tipped the show later, but yeah, I took that lineup, I played it in there. It'd be Chris Spags and some other guy split that 100K pot for 53,000, I think it was, and I was a happy boy. And I took those winnings, and I played best ball, and I ended up winning the $1 million tournament. So I was like, something small like that, like me listening to Josh Engelman, taking my DoorDash earnings, putting it into the, not thinking I'm going to, at this point, I'm just hoping to make like $100, like, pay the next, gas bill, because this stuff is expensive, right? Just getting through the work week and turning that 50K and turning into $1 million is just wild. What's funny though is that that year, which was 5 years ago, I guess, because it was my 15-year homecoming reunion. I was at the reunion, like at the park or whatever. They were like meeting up with other people, and I was telling them about how I won 50K, and I was like, and I'm gonna compete, and I'm gonna win $1 million this year. Like, I'm pretty sure, I feel confident, and I ended up winning $1 million. Obviously, I haven't talked to them in 5 years, so it's gonna be kind of funny. Like, hey, you remember I was talking about competing for $1 million? I actually did it. And it's also kind of funny. Like, I don't think anybody knows that what Eric does. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be weird to talk to people. Whoa, that him and I have a correlated current history together. Obviously, he probably won't talk about it, but I will. He's ashamed of me. Grabbed good old Jeremy Bernard. I'm gonna grab Braylon Allen too, if he makes it back to me. Or am I gonna grab Emmanuel Wilson? I want a piece of the Jets, though, to be honest with you. And I do feel like either if how many play action entries have you entered? I noticed that the PA is 500,000, smaller than last year. I've entered none. He picked fucking Braylon Allen. That son of a bitch. Did I draft the second tight end? I did. We're gonna grab Brazil. We got a bunch of flyers, dude. Like speed demons, Brazil, McMillions, Worthy, Golden. Like we got some dudes that got some wheels on them. So we're done at running back or wide receiver. This is all running back here on out. Is it lower? Lobby. Best ball. Is it lower? I thought it was $1 million. Are you sure? Dylan, I'm pretty sure last year it was $1 million. Is it only $500,000 to first? I don't think it was $1,000,000 to first place. I think it was just $1,000,000 prize pool. And on my screen, it shows $1,000,000 prize pool. I don't remember what the top prize was. $100K to first place. Has anybody maxed it? Ash A. Fisher. I maxed mine the first week. I did not max the play action. Was it? I remember the play action was 1.5 million. Oh, wow. Yeah. I didn't win it. We have somebody in I don't know if they're here in the chat today, but they did win the play action here. They stopped it on them. When was the last time I streamed? Friday, Thursday? I don't remember. Thursday. They stopped it and they told me they won the play action. I did not remember. I did not make it to the finals, so I did not care about it. Man, y'all are taking all the good running backs. One quarterback, Kyler Murray. Does he have anything he could correlate? What? I lost it already. Who had what quarterback? Okay. Has Kyler. Not getting Pat. Not getting Herbert. Maybe he's getting Carson Beck. Trying to think who the backup Tennessee quarterback is. I do not know. One tight end, Tyler Warren. 3, 2. Oh, he got a second quarterback. Who was it? Tua tag. Nothing to correlate with it. Mobile quarterback, Tua tags. Damon Claiborne. Man, y'all are taking all the good running backs. That's okay. I need to spice up my running back room. What's going on in the Twitterverse? Leveling at 60. People should claim 11 paid actors. My boy Pat. Oh, I haven't been on his show in a long time. Did an interview with him. If you guys ever want to be interested in checking out old interviews that I've done with other people around the industry, feel free to ever check them out. I had one with Meg. Who else did I have? Who else did I have? King Cap on, the guy that won the first regular season prize for Underdog. Pat Corain on there. Who else? Neil's been on there. Rob Coakley. I've had a whole bunch of people. Keep it up 100 because this guy in this Mr. R Gap, he's been taking a lot of the players I like. Take a lot of players I like. You aren't going to be the first person to take out my Najee 100%. So right now, 12 teams in, 12 Najee shares. What gets on my computer? It must be my daughter. She always got sticky fingers. If James Conner is there in the 20th, I'll take James Conner. I really don't want to draft James Conner. I rather much draft LeQuint Allen. The Black get drafted? He must have got drafted. Who drafted Black? Claiborne. Jesus Christ. Y'all are destroying my rooms over here. Our Gap has a really good team. I'm going to advance the gold this year because I really don't think they're going to max the tournament. I really don't think they're going to be able to fill this. Though they're pacing at a pretty good pace this year. They have 33,000 people already entered into the Million Maker. 33,000. And it's their most drafted except for the play action. It's wild. Wild, wild, wild. There's only 28 people in the 555. I saw that earlier. It made me laugh. I think when I saw it earlier, it's at 27. So they've gotten one person today. I'm trying to debate whether I do 555s or 555, or if I should do more BBMs or do more drafters. I mean, I did a drafters on Sunday. There's something about drafting on drafters. It's a satisfying thing, but it gets very fishy at the very end of those drafts, man. Real fishy. Like, I don't know what I'm doing over there. All of a sudden, like, there's like something that turns off in my brain when I'm drafting over on drafters. Later. I'll show you my world. So I've drafted 2 teams over on drafters. Share this stab instead. Josh Allen, Jackson Dart, Tyler Shuck, Genty, Walker, Tyler Algier, Jonah Coleman, Singleton, Najee, Devontae, Jordan Tyson, Pearsall, Shakir, Tesla, Wicks, Bernard, Malachi Fields, Elijah Sherratt, Loveland Laporta. Ooh, that's nasty. And then Daniels, Herbert, Mayfield, Travis Etienne, Scatabo, Keaton, Mitchell, Catron, Sean Tucker, Najee, Chase, Christian, Jacoby, Quentin, Jawan, Jeremy, Surratt, Ted Hurst, Brock Bowers, Strange. Come on, those are nasty teams. Wow. Y'all, they're drafting all the running backs. All the running backs. Work sucks. I know. He brought me roses, but so Austin Eckler's out here getting drafted, huh? Let's just see what everybody else is drafting. Oh, what sounds good? What sounds good? Taj Brooks. I don't have any Taj Brooks yet, so let's say that's one for the Dursa Bros. All right. Since they gave me a free ticket, unless give me a minute, I'm gonna let it say, do you want to stay or leave? I'll stay and I'll read off the team. We'll be back tomorrow, And since they gave us a free one, and then we'll do a play action on Wednesday, and then Thursday we'll do something different. We're gonna do like a random. It could be underdog, it could be drafters, or or a different tournament on DraftKings. We'll see how we're feeling on Thursday. So let's go ahead and read off the. Oh shit! I hit stop sharing. Whoopsies. Ding, da boom. Share. Draft board. Peace. Alrighty. We drafted Jamar Chase, Brock Bowers, Jeremiah Love, Joe Burrow, Luther Burden, Jaden Daniels, Parker Washington, Rico Dowdle, Common Guy, Golden, Worthy, McMillions, Mendoza, Hawkinson, Brian Robinson, I wish Bijan, Jeremy Bernard, Chris Brazel, Najee Harris, Ollie Gordon, Taj Brooks. I mean, I think we're going to get by with, some okay, solid RB2 points, and we're going to win wide receiver, quarterback, and tight end. I think we win those positions. So I feel pretty good about this team. It's just all about how it turns out. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Later, guys.